The night London stopped breathing. Kim Taehyung's stage story. Welcome back to K-pop News, home to every news, every second, and every precious moment from the world of K-pop that you might not have seen. If you're wondering why Kim Taehyung's name suddenly filled the world's timelines in the past few days, this video will answer it all. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because the story of that night is truly worth watching until the end. It all started with an ordinary night in London, a city accustomed to hosting the world's biggest concerts. But that night felt different from the first hour. Thousands of people came from all over the world, carrying small purple lights in their hands, filling every corner of the street leading to the stadium with an excitement that can hardly be described in words. There was a strange vibe in the air, a premonition that this night would be remembered for far more than just one musical performance. As the stadium doors opened and the sea of people began to stream in, the purple light from thousands of small lights transformed into a sea of artificial stars that illuminated every corner of the arena, creating a sight that left anyone who saw it instantly speechless in awe. As the light slowly dimmed and the giant screens began to display the faint silhouettes of the members, the entire stadium seemed to hold its breath. Those seconds felt long, filled with sweet tension, until finally the opening music exploded and the cheers of thousands of people echoed so loudly that it felt like they were shaking the very foundations of the building. And it was at that exact moment, as Kim Taehyung stepped onto the stage, that something strange happened. For a split second, the previously thunderous crowd fell silent, as if everyone needed a moment to truly absorb what they were witnessing, before an even more powerful explosion of screams followed shortly after. Many later shared that they had forgotten to record the moment, not out of carelessness, but because they were completely transfixed by the sight. His sharp yet warm gaze, his slight, natural smile, and the aura he brought to the stage made him seem like the main character of a movie unfolding before their eyes, not just a regular concert performance. Every time the large camera zoomed in on his face, the audience's cheers rose to a higher level, as if a collective energy was growing every time the screen captured his expression. Social media didn't take long to explode. Within minutes of the concert, various platforms were filled with tweets, posts, and comments from people watching the live stream on their phones. Some wrote that they felt hypnotized every time the camera lingered on his face. Others claimed they had just understood why he had been so often cited as one of the most visually appealing figures in the global entertainment industry. Interestingly, these comments came not only from loyal BTS fans, but also from many who admitted to truly paying attention to his performance in detail for the first time that night. Throughout the concert, his rendition of each song was utterly convincing. His movements were confident without being overdone, his expressions flowed naturally, matching the emotion of the song, and his interactions with the audience at the front of the stage kept the atmosphere lively from beginning to end. One moment became the most widely discussed. When he stared directly into the camera for a few seconds with a faint smile, the entire stadium erupted in a nearly uncontrollable roar. The short video clip quickly spread across various platforms and was viewed millions of times in just a matter of hours, flooded with comments in various languages, all expressing the same sentiment, a sense of awe that was hard to put into words. What made the night even more special wasn't just the visuals, but also the palpable emotional bond between him, his fellow members, and the audience. Several times the camera captured the other members smiling at the audience's overwhelming response, as if they too were caught up in the same atmosphere. During the more emotional songs, thousands of people sang along, occasionally pointing microphones at the audience to let their voices blend with the sound on stage. Outside the stadium, his voice spread far faster than anyone could have anticipated. Photos and videos of his performance that night traveled from platform to platform at a breakneck pace, until international media outlets began discussing how his visuals were a highlight of the entire London concert series. Even those who claimed not to be longtime BTS fans praised his charisma and ability to capture attention in a matter of seconds, a feat many entertainment industry observers believe is impossible for anyone to achieve, even after years of performing on stage. As the show drew to a close, the atmosphere grew even more poignant. The dark London sky, combined with the dazzling stage lights and the waves of small lights from the audience, created a cinematic spectacle. He stood center stage, facing the crowd that filled every corner of the stadium, smiling with a look of genuine gratitude, and then waved goodbye in closing. The cheers that followed were deafening, and many admitted they were reluctant to leave their seats even after the closing music had long since ended, as if holding on to every last second of a night they knew would never be exactly the same again. Even hours after the concert officially ended, online conversations continued to rage. Close-up shots of his face, glimpses of his slight smile, and even moments when he looked directly into the camera continued to be reshared and discussed in various fan communities across the globe. Hashtags related to his name remained prominently on the most-watched topics, a testament to how a single performance can leave a lasting impression beyond a fleeting trend. For many in attendance that night, what they witnessed was more than just a musical performance. It was a moment when an artist transformed the atmosphere of an entire stadium with just one look, one smile, and one confident step onto the stage. The music, the lighting, and his presence combined so perfectly, creating something that's difficult to describe in words, yet easily felt by everyone there that night. What's most fascinating about all of this is how a simple night out on the town can transform into a memory that's talked about for days, even weeks afterward. The real proof is evident in how entertainment news channels, fan forums, and music review accounts across the globe continued to discuss the event long after the stadium lights went down. Some call it proof that the power of a stage performance isn't always measured by the grandeur of its production, but rather by the honesty of its emotions conveyed to the audience. And that night in London, all of these elements seemed to blend seamlessly, leaving a mark far deeper than mere camera flashes or fleeting trending topics. Stories like these are what keep the world of K-pop alive and full of surprises. Behind every major concert, there are always small moments that unexpectedly become the most memorable, whether it's a single glance, a single smile, or a second of silence before the cheers erupt. These moments are what make the experience of attending a K-pop concert so unique, and perhaps why so many people around the world continue to fall in love with this music industry. So, that was the complete story of how one moment on a London stage managed to captivate so many people simultaneously. What do you think is the most memorable moment from a K-pop concert? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends who also love K-pop, and subscribe to K-pop News so you don't miss out on any other exciting news from the Korean entertainment world. Thank you for watching until the end, and see you in the next video, only on K-pop News.